Here in Seoul, South Korea. Paul Severino and Joe McGrain with you as we move to the top of the fourth inning. Pond still out there. His 23rd pitch is in there for a called strike to the leadoff hitter and left fielder, Young Hyun Min. Doubled and scored in the first and had a sac fly in the second. A 5-run second for Korea.
Oh,
a little off.
A good hanging breaking ball to jump all over. He knows he missed one there.
A called strike 3. The history of baseball in Korea goes back to 1905. The KBO was established in 1982. Shan-ho Park became the first player born in Korea to make his major league debut. He's here calling the games as well. They have gone to the semifinals of the WBC and lost, to the finals and lost. And again now with this in 2017, back-to-back first-round exits. Their manager, In-shik Kim, managing Korea for the third time, also the skipper in 2006 and 2009. And it all started out so promising as Lee lays down the bunt, and a lovely job by Jang to think twice about putting the glove on that one. It's going to be a tough play and let it roll beneath his glove.
Yeah, just kind of reading the spin on that ball, and also knowing by the time he got to it with the speedy left-handed Lee there that he was not going to get him even if he comes up with it. So roll the dice and let it roll. Foul ball.
Heads up play at third by Jang.
Yeah, Lee's done a lot of attempts at bunting in this pool and has yet to be successful. Even with that big leg kick extended, still bunting. Hitters normally have a knee lift, but once he lifts that knee, he extends with his foot in an effort to just kind of stay back and then float into the ball as a timing mechanism. Float on.
Just wonder where someone picks that up, you know, and what did it stem from?
I don't know. Maybe it's because he's always been a little guy, and when he first started swinging a bat, you know, it was so heavy for him that he was trying to get all the and everything he had behind him to swing it.
Whatever works.
It is kind of a timing mechanism now more than anything.
He hit 352 with 98 runs scored and 21 stolen bases for the Hanwha Eagles in 2016. 2-2 goes down and gets that one, golfs it to right field, and it falls for a base hit, and he takes his bat all the way with him to first.
Now that's bat control right there, taking it all the way to first. Now look at this. This is like a two-handed backhand lob in tennis that catches the back line.
Well, I mean, it makes sense. When you're done with your club, you hand it right to your caddy. So that's exactly what he did right there.
Yeah, very economical.
Now the number 3 hitter and third baseman, Suk Min Park. Fouled away. Park, a 31-year-old who hit a career high 32 home runs in 2016.
And Lee looking a little squirrely over at first base, like he wants to run.
Bluffs stays put, 0-2. He had 21 stolen bases last year, was caught 10 times though. Over his 13 KBO seasons, 306 stolen bases. The cheers going back and forth, they're more prevalent when the home country or the country is at the batter's box. So that's why it's been a consistent level throughout this evening. But the Korea contingent down the left field line chanting away with their team up 6-3. Ripped through the left side for a base hit. 2 on and 1 out in the fourth.
Well, they're starting to provide some entertainment for their faithful following. It's nice to know that even though they've been eliminated and no chance of advancing, their fans still showing up, and Dae-Ho Lee still showing up after being hit in the ear hole of the helmet. Pridefully staying in the game.
Lee at second, Park on first. Pond gets the sign, comes set, and delivers. A base hit toward right center field. Dae-Ho Lee has driven in a run, and maybe more. They will hold Park at third. It's 7-3 Korea.
I'll give the big fella a lot of credit. He was not shy, not gun shy at all, didn't back away from that. He just stayed really locked in. We know he has power, but he's more of a pure hitter. He's driving that ball Miguel Cabrera style the other way. And to think that he was hitting the ear flap in the previous at-bat, good for him. He stayed right in there. Solid double to right.
He was 1 for 10 in the tournament prior to that hard hit ball. And some of those offers had come in big spots.
Yeah, maybe it woke him up a little bit.
Could have been. He was the man who struck out for the final out in the opener against Israel in the 10th inning. Had other chances too, but he comes through with the base hit to extend the lead back to 4 for Korea. Asap Son, the right fielder, digs in, struck out in the second, and then had an RBI single in the second. That 5-run frame, chance to tack on. Infield about halfway for Chinese Taipei. Pond delivers. A called strike. Park at third, Lee on second. Oh, 2.
Just really clipping the corners and down in the strike zone.
It will be an 0-2. Sets up inside and misses low and in. A ball and 2 strikes. Son played in the Asian Games in 2014 and 2015 and Won a gold medal in the Premier 12 tournament. Keep hearing about that Premier 12 tournament. A lot of teammates on the teams out here that have played on those teams in that tournament. Some familiarity with these players even prior to playing for the national team. Popped up down the right field line. Moving over is Gao. Makes the catch. Throw comes home. It's late, and it's 8-3 Korea. Also advancing on the sacrifice fly to third was Dae-Ho Lee. But now back to a 5-run cushion for Korea as Yuichi Yang will bat. I wonder if they have backups. How do you stay bouncing up and down like that for 4 hours? This game's going on deep into the night here.
Sugar.
Even that wears off after a while. Chop to second. Inning over. But 2 more runs come across. Korea stretches it back to an 8-3 lead. Back here in Seoul, Paul Severino and Joe McGrain. To the bottom of the 4th inning we go. Second pitcher of the night for Korea as Chang-Min Sim takes over for Hyun-Jun Yang, who went 3 innings, 5 hits, 3 earned, and 6 strikeouts. The numbers there for Sim in 62 games with Samsung, a 24-year-old who's played with the Lions of the KBO since 2012. 25 for 31 in save opportunities with a 2.97 ERA in 2016. Not a save opportunity here, but just trying to count down the outs for Korea with a 5-run lead into the bottom of the 4th inning.
And a much different look for Chinese Taipei as they'll see this side-winding Sim.
First pitch, swinging. Routine ground ball to short for out number 1.
Kind of has that arm slot like he's trying to skip a rock across a lake. It's almost level to the ground, parallel to the ground when he is releasing it. I'm going to keep your fingers on top of the ball as you look at his numbers throughout his KBO career. Yeah, pretty respectable.
Now the catcher, Kun Sheng Lin, who singled and scored in the 2nd inning for Chinese Taipei. Chopped and threw for a base hit. His 2nd of the night. Just seems like, Joe, every time one team scores, the other team, there's a lot of back and forth, and especially for Taipei, who, if you go back to their game against Israel, they were down 6-0 before the bats finally came to life. And that game ended 15-7. They scored 4 in the 9th inning, but they got the bats going late. They were in the game for a long time, in fact, leading until the 8th inning against the Kingdom of the Netherlands, before ultimately losing on a walk-off walk in the 9th. So this team has that never say die type attitude, although I'm sure they wouldn't like to be in 5- and 6-run holes all the time either. But
I also think culturally they're playing their style of baseball, which doesn't have the pitchers pounding the strike zone a lot. The style, and the coaches will tell you, the Eastern style and philosophy is much different in playing the game than it is in the West, where they pound the strike zone with more strikes, as opposed to trying to pitch on the periphery of the strike zone, hit the corners, and being extra careful. Lots of breaking balls even behind in the count. That can lead to big innings if you're not hitting your spots. We've also seen a lot of hitters hit by the pitchers not hitting their spots.
The 2-1 with Lin off of first. Nice block there by Uiji Yang. The batter, Chae-Swan Lin, Rangers actually tried to convert him into a pitcher back in 2014, and we've seen that strong arm of his in center field over these last few games. Pretty athletic guy, no question about it. He's been a 100-meter sprint and high jump national champion in Taiwan. And now drills this one to left, and it is gone! A 2-run home run. It's 8-5.
Well, you mentioned what a great athlete he is. Quick hands, getting that pitch that was tailing in, pulling his hands in to get the barrel on the ball. Pretty.
This game is far from over. The back and forth continues. Eight-5 here in the fourth, as Chin Lung Hu locked up for strike two. Yeah, you just got to keep it in striking distance. And they have done that. Now it's just a matter of the shutdown innings afterwards. Line and caught at shortstop by Kim. As Hu tips his cap to Kim. That's a nice leaping play to take away a base hit. Bounce to the backstop.
Seems like that Korea just cannot really separate themselves from Taipei. These left-handed hitters with the type of arm slot that Sim has should get a good long look at the ball.
That one hit hard, but Sao is right there to gobble it up. Two more runs come across on the home run. It's 8-5.